Kotep. I left off on fate and destiny, and I wish to continue that further, especially dealing with spiritual practices or spiritual knowledge. A lot of us, because we've been told or conditioned to think along certain lines, is that everything is already laid out in front of us. God knows everything is going to happen, and really ain't nothing you can do. Now, I'm going to show you the fallacies in that. First off, if that were true, as some have told us or conditioned us to think, then God would be the biggest practical joker ever. No comedian on the planet got nothing on God. You mean to tell me we're gonna accept without proof or research that the essence that created us all allowed us to have the ability to think and make decisions and commit actions that reflect those decisions? Okay? And if this is the case, then why give me the ability to make those decisions and it's already laid out for me? What would be the purpose of me having free will, having the ability to think, the ability to reason, if I'm not in control? If I don't have anything to do with it? That doesn't make sense to me. I have interpreted through studying the esoteric scriptures is that when it refers to God knowing all, that's the higher aspect of ourselves that is outside of time, that can see all of the possible potentialities or the potential of any decision that we make in any direction. Okay? It's just like when we get into prophecies and people make it appear as though prophecies are sound written in stone. Let's listen to the word sound of prophecy. Profess see. In order for something to go down, we all have to profess and see it. If it's gonna go down anyway, whether it's negatively or positively, it's gonna go down in whichever way we put the energy out, and it's gonna manifest. Period. Simply put. Okay? When we go into this stuff, fate and destiny and prophecy and all of this stuff, what we're really doing is putting the power of decision and action outside of ourselves. You create your life. You're going to tell me that God or the Creator has put a person here on the planet to be a crackhead, a whore, a tyrant, a devil? Nah. Those are decisions we have made based upon experiences and other stimuli that have allowed us to become who we are. When it comes down to it, we made the decision to be those kind of individuals. Period. Okay? The next word is fear. Fear can also be an anagram, F-E-A-R. False evidence appearing real. Fear is what we build up in ourselves when we don't wish to overstand and look at things for what they really are, to take on the challenges of life that come. We wish to pick and choose. Well, I'll challenge this, but I don't wish to challenge that. Just getting up every day, breathing is a challenge. Everything we do is a challenge. Taking that first shit in the bathroom every morning, that's a challenge. Everything is a challenge. And when we fear things, what we're saying to ourselves in the universe is that I don't wish to deal with that which is in front of me. I don't wish to deal with reality. I don't wish to deal with and accept things as they are. Next word. Well, this is really a principle. Frankenstein syndrome, or Frankenstein complex. You know, yeah, I'm sure you all know the story of Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein creates a individual, an entity, a monster, and in the end, this monster comes back and devours Dr. Frankenstein. Okay, now if you all really pay attention to that story metaphysically, esoterically, that is a principle of creation within all of us. First of all, we got to realize who the real Elohim are, or Elohim are. That's us. Our thoughts and decisions and our actions are creating the circumstances on this planet. We got more to do with this than God. Okay? And when we do not wish to pay attention and accept and love our creations, they come back and they devour us. You could have made a decision to rob a person and kill them because you really needed some money. You really needed that dime or that quarter. And what happens is, at the time you did it, their child may have been in the room and you didn't notice it. That child gets older, remember who you are, and kill you. Now, that situation or that reality was manifested because of something you did a long time ago. Sometimes it can be based upon things that were done thousands of years ago in another life. Okay? And what this means is that we have to pay more attention and be more consciously involved in our actions, decisions, and feelings. Your thoughts and your feelings are life forms. And if you're not careful, the negative ones can become vampires, swirling around you unseen, getting you to act along certain lines, just like our children do. Children might aggravate you and push you to do certain stuff. Those life forms can do it. This is where at times the esoteric knowledge where it talks about everyone is always creating and everyone has offspring. It's not only speaking of physical offspring, it's speaking of mental, emotional, spiritual offspring. Remember this, every thought you have, every thought, every feeling, that's an entity, a living offspring that you generate. And depending on how much power you give that offspring will determine how much power it will have in aiding you to manifest those thoughts and feelings which they reflect. Okay? Let's look at what's the next word I wish to take a look at? Germs. Now, we've been taught exclusively that germs are what make us sick. Germs get into our bodies, pathogens or whatever, and all of a sudden a sickness manifests in us, whether it's the flu, the swine flu, or AIDS or whatever, and it's due to this germ. However, I've discovered with the proper mind state and the proper balanced diet, you won't get sick. You will have times where your body is throwing off some toxins, might get the sniffles or something for a little bit, or may have a little bit of diarrhea. That's just your body letting you know, hey, there's some stuff in here we had to get out real quick. Okay? Otherwise, there is no germ or nothing that can kill you unless your vibration is at a level to where it's vibrating low enough for that particular germ to manifest in you. And that not only is spoken of physically, we're talking about the mental germs that we get from people. People who have vibrations where they say and do certain things that may influence us to do things that we weren't doing before we got around them. Drugs, prostitution, all of those negative things are coming from the fact that our vibrations are so low, we are allowing germs to manifest in our body, from that, in our mental bodies. I'll continue forth in the next video. Hotep.